Chapter Genesis 42. Chapter 42 of Genesis. Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do ye look one upon another? And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither, and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. Take in consideration that even in this land, this holy land in which Jacob had made a pact amongst his father Abraham, it had too went into desolation because the chosen child was not cared for, guarded over, protected from his hateful and envious foes, his own brethren, right? And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren, for he said, Lest peradventure mischief befall him. And the sons of Israel, Elohim Israel, came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine in the land, for famine was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. So they bowed down to the chosen one, not knowing it was him, and they put their face on the great mother of the earth. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, Whence come ye? And they said, From the land of Canaan, to buy food. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him. And Joseph remembered the dreams which he had dreamed of, and said unto him, Ye are spies to see the nakedness of this land, ye are come. And they said unto him, Nay, my lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. We are all one man's son. We are true men. Now I told you got to go back and remember what's the difference between an men and an man. Thy servants are no spies. And he said unto them, Nay, but to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. And so to see the vulnerability and the exposure of the land, the nakedness. So they referred to the land in the context of a woman. You put your face to her, you kiss her. You submit to her will. And the master of her, which is the Lord, which is the earthen master, which in this case is Joseph. And they said, Thy servants are 12 brothers, the son of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, conjuring the spirit, the youngest is this day with their father, and one is not. And Joseph said unto them, That is it that I spake unto you, saying, Ye are spies. Hereby ye shall be proved by the life of Pharaoh. Ye shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Send one of you and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved, whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely ye are spies. And he put them all together in the ward 3 days. So, a lot of you, right now, this is a prophecy I'm about to speak. A lot of you have a new chosen one amongst you, and this chosen one is a young, adolescent, naive person. And y'all have this person in the midst of your company to go forth and spy and do your ill-begotten evil deeds. And this is a prophesy, what I'm saying. You will be put into the ward, whether it be mental, spiritual, or physical. You will be locked up for the next 3 days. Going back to Genesis 42. And Joseph said unto them the third day, This do and live, for I fear God, if ye be true men. Amen. Let one of your brother be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye carry corn for the famine of your houses. But bring your youngest brother unto me, and so shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. And they said to one another, We are verily guilty concerning our brother in what we saw in anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against the child, and ye would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. And they knew not that Joseph understood them. See, they were discussing, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. So they were discussing that the only reason why they're going through this is because of what they did to Joseph in the past. Now they got to give that blood in which they got to give something up. They got to sacrifice something. Another prophesied, You have put in a young chosen one amongst a group of you witches, you cults, you covens, you societal members, you government officers, you high power, you low power, your poverty mindset, whoever you are in soul depravity. Y'all have put a chosen one amongst you to siphon their energy off of and to cover up your misdeeds of what you did to an older chosen one. Whether you sacrificed them and they were killed with your spells, your death work, whatever you have done, your death dealings, your assassination attempts. You took out one and you held their raiment, their garments, to do more spell work. You put one in captivity, and that person has risen into power, and they shall now be the judge over your book of life. But not only that, the young one, you so are willing now to sacrifice because you still want to maintain the bare minimum and not change. So ye are discussing amongst yourselves on how to discard this new chosen one. You have been given 3 chances and you have failed. Now you will suffer in the next 3 days. That is what I have prophesied for you. Let us keep going. Mm-hmm. And this young one will come unto knowing. This young one will come unto knowing that I speak the truth as another chosen, as the oldest chosen. And he turned himself about from them and wept, and returned to them again and communed with them, and took from them Simeon and bound him before their eyes. Now he threw him into prison in which he was ruling over when he didn't have nothing. So another prophesies, y'all will go to the same places that y'all have bound and have put us through. Y'all will go through the same thing. And where you go, you will not be able to speak ill on any chosen one's name, because they ruleth in the low areas of the homeless life and in the prisons. You will not be able to speak ill of them, because God sent them there and gave them the dominion over those areas. So wherever you go with your tongue, wherever you go with your lie, wherever you go living in your evil, you will be ostracized, and it will be a cruel fate to you, whereas it was not a cruel fate to the chosen. You were the cruel fate to us, because we were a part of your blood lineage. We were a part of your upbringing, and you were supposed to allow us to heal, rejuvenate, and cause abundance in all of your land and your people, which was our family. We were supposed to be honored. You understand? Now we're going back to the Bible. 42, verse 25. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn, and to restore every man's money into his sack, and give them provisions for the way. And thus did he unto them, merciful. And they ladded their asses with the corn and departed thence. And as one of them opened his sack to give his ass provender in the end, he espied his money, for behold, it was in the sack's mouth. And he said unto his brethren, My money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. And their heart failed them, and they were afraid, saying to one another, What is this that God has done to us? And they came unto Jacob their father into the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell unto them, saying, The man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. And we said unto him, We are true men, we are no spies. We be 12 brethren, all the zodiac signs, sons of our father. One is not, and the youngest is the day with our father in the land of Canaan. And the man, the Lord of the country, said to us, Hereby shall I know that ye are true men. Leave one of your brethren here with me, and take food for the famine of your household, and be gone. And bring your youngest brother unto me. Then shall I know that ye are no spies, that ye are true men. So I will deliver you and your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. And it came to pass that they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when both of their fathers saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. So he had tricked them into thinking they was going to get what they needed, but it was bundled. It was their payment. Get right on back to them. And Jacob their father said unto them, Me have heard ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and ye will take Benjamin away? All these things are against me. You got, some of y'all have ill-begotten men in your family. Ill-begotten fathers and mothers in your family. They will lose their children. They will lose their firstborn chosen. They will lose their youngest. And they will lose their agent of cruelty. There will be a mother or a father who will suffer the loss of 3 children. One of the 3 shall truly be lost to them. Another of the 3 shall grow up in a wayward life and be lost to them within their mind, and imprisoned within their flesh, and bound within their soul. And the other one will know you not. The other one will know you not, will not adhere to your wicked ways. This is a prophesy unto the people. Back to the Bible. Now, he gave them not their food that they needed, but their money back, because he don't need their money. Another prophesy coming. There is no amount of money that you could pay to redeem you for your sins. Back to the Bible. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, Slay my 2 sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hands, and I will bring him to thee again. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way in which he goes, then shall ye bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. Chapter 43. And the famine was sore in the land, and it came to pass, when they had eaten of the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, along with the bundles of money, most of it was money, not food, their father said unto him, Go again and buy us a little food. And Judah, the deceiver, the first level of Judas in his past life. Judah spake unto him, saying, the man did solemnly protest to us, saying, ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. Now I want you to take note, the whole time they enjoyed what they did have, all this time had passed, and Simeon was locked up. So they still took that food and the money back, and they did not return. And under the order of the rule of Joseph, they just let that boy stay in jail, stay in prison. If thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. And there's something, they're not even going to go. So they're so desperate. Remember the desperation of Esau to sell his birthright, right? For a meager meal. This is karma coming back to play again. They are so desperate, they will let Simeon rot in prison. They will let the truth go unknown about Joseph. And they will covet their own livelihood and their father's livelihood by using their youngest brother as an excuse. They still haven't learned their lesson. They don't want to pay their karma, whatever it may be. See, the thing here about it is prophesying coming in. Y'all don't even know what your karma going to be. You are already trying to find a means to escape your karma, but you don't know what your karma going to be. You have, many of y'all are supposed to tell the truth about something that you turned a blind eye to. But you afraid of hurting somebody, or you afraid of it getting out and you not being seen as a part of the fold. Another set of y'all are willing to sacrifice your leaders, the ones that led you down the path of unrighteousness that you so joyfully and jubilantly follow. You feel like giving up your leaders and giving them up is the way to resolve and redeem yourself. But that is not enough. You actively participated, and you think that giving up one to be in prison. No, you have to serve your sentence as well. And you don't even know how long your sentence will be. The truth. And then another set of y'all want to use the young one that knew nothing and want to pretend to be just like the naive. And want the young one to vouch for your goodness, your kindness, your graciousness, hoping that it will reduce your sentence. Y'all looking to fully escape, be exempt, and to reduce your karma. But the chosen one, in this case Joseph, is saying that will not be so. Any hint of a lie, even if it is the omittance of truth, you will lose something precious in your life. And it will bring disarray, and it will bring discomfort and disease to your ancestors. You will shame them and make them roll in their grave with great sorrow. Let us keep going. And Israel, Elohim Israel said, wherefore doth ye be so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother? And they said, the man asked us straightly of our state and of our kindred, saying, is your father yet alive? And have ye another brother? And we told him, according to the tenor of these words, could we certainly know that he would say, bring your brother down. And Judah said unto Israel Elohim, his father, send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and thou, and also our little ones. I will be surely for him of my hand shalt thou require him. If I bring him unto thee and set him before thee, then let me bear the blame forever. Judah said, if I got to deliver another son, I might as well pay my sin. And this is why Judah became exalted as the lion of Judah, of justice, of Durga. The goddess rode his back, and he submitted to the divinity of justice. For it said we had lingered, surely now we had returned this second time. And their father Israel Elohim said unto them, if it must be, so now do this. Take your of the best fruits in the land in your vessels, and carry down the man a present, a little balm and a little honey, spices, myrrh, nuts, and almonds. And take double money in your hand, and the money that was in your brought again in the mouth of your sacks, carry it again in your hand, peradventure. It was an oversight. If you don't step up now, more will have to be given. A lot of y'all prophesying coming into effect, a lot of y'all were thieves and spies. And you like, y'all really have to pay back. Monetarily, everything that you have. See, when it said the Lord will make a feast in the presence of thine enemies, that means he going to make you put all your food on the chosen's table. Every little bit that you stole, you have to pay it back. The reason why he used fruit, or the essence of life, the fruit bearing seed, yielding seed, as in Genesis, the fruit yielding tree, right? We talk about that a lot, right? That is the essence of life. Sweet waters. You got to put your life on the line. Your livelihood on the line. You have to fully step in and pay it all back. And pay it forward. And the longer you wait, the more you will pay. Out of your soul, your mind, and your body. And your life. Style and life. Let us get back to the reading. Take also your brother and arise, go again unto the man, the M-A-N. And God Almighty, Elohim Shaddai, give you mercy before the man, M-A-N, that he may send away your own brother, your other brother, and Benjamin, if I be bereaved of my children. I am bereaved. And the men took that present and took double the money in their hand, and Benjamin, and rose up and went down to Egypt, and stood before Joseph. And when Joseph saw Benjamin with him, he said to the ruler of his house, bring these men, Emeans, home, and slay and make ready. For these men, Emeans, shall dine with me at noon. And the man, M-A-N, did as Joseph bade. So Joseph was around man. He was around powerful man. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house, and the men were afraid because they were brought into Joseph's house, and they said, because of the money that was returned in our sacks at the first time we brought in, that he may seek occasion against us and fall upon us and take us for bondmen and our asses. And so they were feeling afraid. And they came near to the steward of Joseph's house, and they communed with him at the door of the house. And they said, "Oh, sir, we came indeed down at the first time to buy food. And it came to pass when we came to the end that we opened our sacks, and behold, every man's money was in the mouth of his sack, our money in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hand." So they humbled themselves and showed humility and admitted unto truth. "And other money have we brought down in our hands to buy food. We cannot tell who put our money in our sacks." And he said, "Peace," and they got the audacity to keep a secret. And he said, "Peace be to you, fear not. Your God and the God of your father have given you treasure in your sacks. I had your money, and I have your wealth. The chosen have your wealth, because we have your God and the God of your ancestors. I have your money. I have your wealth, because I have your God." And he brought Simeon out unto them. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet and gave their asses provender. And they made ready the present against Joseph that came at noon, for they heard that they should eat bread there. And Joseph came home. They brought him the present which was in their hand into the house, and bowed themselves to him and to the earth. So the chosen is like bowing yourselves to the earth. When you bow unto us, you bow unto the Lamb. And he asked them of their welfare, and said, "Is your father well, the old man of whom ye spake? Is he yet alive?" And they answered, "Thy servant our father is in good health, and he is yet alive." And they bowed down their heads and made obeisance, and lifted up their eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, "Is this your younger brother of whom you spake unto me?" And he said, "God be gracious unto thee, my son." God be gracious unto thee, my son. Meaning the one in your group prophesying, the chosen one amongst you that you're trying to use, is our child. Because we have your gods and your gods of your ancestry. Everything in your life that is of wealth and abundance, including another naive young chosen like we once were, is under our divine protection and is our child, our son. Even if it's your own child that you birth, if your child is chosen, it is our child. It's true. Because the chosen don't have to be blood related. We are all siblings. We are all sons and daughters of the Most High. Therefore, we are all related. Even the one that sires out of your womb after you disgrace. If you're a woman, you disgrace another chosen, you have a chosen. That child is that woman's child. Whomever you disgrace, that child will be brought up in the likeness thereof of the very persons that the very disgraced chosen, the very disgraced ones your children will be brought up in our likeness if they are chosen. Meaning they will see the villainy in you one day. Karma. You reap what you sow. And Joseph made haste, for his bowels did yearn upon his brother, and he sought where to weep. His stomach turned, and he entered into his chamber and wept there. And he washed his face and went out and refrained himself and said, Set on bread. And they set on for him by himself, and for them by themselves, and for the Egyptians, which did eat with them by themselves. So they didn't separate their tables and discriminate. Because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for that is an abomination unto the Egyptians. So the Egyptians discriminated, but the Hebrews did not. Christian folks. The Hebrews felt okay to eat, but the Egyptians knew not to eat amongst the Hebrews. Because they considered it an abomination. And they sat before him, the firstborn according to his birthright, and the youngest according to their youth. And the men marveled at one another, and he took and sent messes unto them, but before him, for Benjamin's mess was 5 times so much as any of theirs, and they drank and were merry with him. Let us speak about why the Egyptians do not sit. The Lord is my shepherd. One of the historical contexts of Egypt was the goddess Hathor, and she was a cow goddess. As mentioned in earlier chapters, the Egyptians did not like the idea of killing and eating cows. They were just like the Hindus. Now, the Hindus have Kali Ma, who in Egypt is Sekhmet. And Hathor, the goddess Hathor, she gave birth to Sekhmet, such as Durga, the one who rides on the Lion of Judah, gave birth to Kali Ma. You see how I have your gods and the gods of your father. So when I have the Lion of Judah, I have the continent of Asia. And in having the continent of Asia and justice being birthed from Africa to Asia, I have the African Asiatic continent. Because it was Durga that gave birth to Kali Ma, but it was Durga who also rode the back of Judah, the great lion, who admitted the truth and balanced the scales of justice, which is Ma'at. Who came and birthed forth from older than Goddess Hathor, which is the cow goddess, who birthed Sekhmet, who is also Kali Ma. So you are talking about that big of a landmass. When you are talking about this level of Genesis, you are talking about the entire Eastern Hemisphere. But there was no West. And the maps were turned upside down. East has always been a primary direction towards the Most High. Look to the east. Not only that, north is the way. In the south was where the queen always reigned. And the wise queen was Sheba. And Sheba was born from if you remember me in the book of Genesis, who Sheba was born from, which was a lineage of Hebrews as well. And Sheba was born during a time where she had the effulgence and magnificence of a man, M-A-N, which was in that time a parthenogenetic being. Meaning Sheba was one of the only physical women that lived from Genesis all the way into Solomon. Sheba, holy Bamath. She was that old, that youthful, that powerful. She was a goddess when she was born. Fully in the effulgence of a goddess. And in Solomon, he got to meet her. Just think of how many generations passed. And she's still alive. From the beginning of Genesis all the way into the book of Solomon. And what is she known for? Not only her kingdom and her empire and her power, but for the ability to spot the wise. And the only way to know who is wise is if you are wisest. And that why you think Eve chose wisdom. So you have a woman who was birthed from the generations and all the wisdom endowed with her to where her kingdom, as we know it to be Cush, was the mother of all kingdoms. And Kemet, the father, but the Hebrew, the Holy Son. And in combination, Hindu Kush. You are talking about the Asiatic Africoid. The nations of Shem, Japheth, and Ham. All intermingled. And you know this because where are the Hebrews now? They are in the land of the Canaanite. And they migrate, such as all children do. When they grow up, they shall leave their mother and father's house, and cleave unto their wife as one flesh. If the wife is considered heaven and earth, then they shall cleave to the wife, and her heaven and her earth. Meaning they make a pact with their God make pact with other gods. There was no holy discrimination such as, oh, I'm a Christian. I don't deal with them Hindu. They dissing. I'm a Episcopalian. I'm a Catholic. They don't do that. I'm a Jew. I'm a Muslim. Y'all do that. Your book does not do that. Oh, I can't marry you because you're not of the same faith. You're not of the same faith. Mm-mm. But your book shows that they married Egyptian women, Hebrews, and adopted their God into their. And adopted their God as made a covenant and pact with their God. To be a pharaoh and a governor over the land is to also be with the God of that land, Ra. Sarah, Keturah. And when they took wife under these foreign women, they also took the heaven of her heaven and earth. Meaning the God of her lands, the God of her womb, the angels and lords in the earth, the masters of her lands and her wombs and her being, was brought into the fold with theirs. I don't know about you, but let's look at it from a business aspect. Y'all will go and buy Chinese and have China all up in your stuff. And you will freely give over hip-hop and black identity to them. in order to merge not only the cultural aspect, but with respect to the traditions of old, so that there may be what? Peace within the two. Blacks want peace with Chinese. Chinese want peace with blacks. And many will intermingle and marry. And the black man will become whatever the Chinese worship. Buddhist, Taoism, whatever. He'll worship unto the likeness of her people. And the Chinese man will come and worship unto the likeness of the black woman people. And they will merge in peace, for their gods will merge in peace. And y'all still want to be discriminatory out here. And it is not spoken in your Bible. A marriage of heavens and earths. That is what it means. A marriage of the heavens and the earth. You must bring your woman heaven and your earth, your world and your heaven. And she must bring you that too. And those two things must come together in the harmony of their likeness. I don't know about you, but why would Jesus Christ hate Horus? Why would Jesus Christ hate Krishna? Why would Jesus Christ hate Quetzalcoatl or Kukulkan? Why would he hate something that is so much in the likeness of him? They will save children. They will keep a woman divine and the children in abundance. They will not harm nor murder. And they will reveal the secrets of the Most High. And they are all considered the prodigal sons. And they will go to war against injustice. Why would those men war? Over religion. They won't. Divine man and divine woman will never war with another divine being. But that does not mean we will not be targeted for oppression. For good company is when good company is in the likeness thereof good company, there is no bloodshed. There is no pain. There is no harm. It is when the deceiver comes into the mix that there becomes pain, bloodshed, and harm caused by the deceiver. Now let us continue. This next chapter that I read will mark the protection over all divine beings. And he commanded the steward of his house, saying, fill the men's sack with food as much as they can carry, and put every man's money in his sack's mouth. And put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack's mouth of the youngest, and his corn money. And he did it according to the word that Joseph had spoken. And as soon as the morning was light, and the men were sent away, they and their asses. And when they were gone out of the city, and yet not far off, Joseph said unto his steward, up and follow after them. And when thou dost overtake them, and say unto them, wherefore have ye rewarded evil for good? Is not this it in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed divineth? Yet ye Ye have done evil in so doing. And he overtook them, and he spake unto them these same words. And they said unto him, Wherefore saith my Lord these words? God forbid that thy servants should do according to this thing. Behold, the money which we found in our sack's mouth, we brought it again unto thee out of the land of Canaan. How then should we steal out of thy Lord's house silver or gold? With whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we will also be my Lord's bondmen. And he said, Now also let it be according unto your words. He with whom it is found shall be my servant, and ye shall be blameless. And they speedily took down every man in his sack on the ground, and opened every man his sack. And he searched and began at the eldest, and left at the youngest, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. And they rent their clothes, and laid every man his ass, and returned to the city. And Judah and his brethren came to Joseph's house, for he was yet there, and they fell before him on the ground. And Joseph said unto them, What deed is this that ye have done? Wot ye not that such a man as I can certainly divine? And Judah said, What shall we say unto my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God hath found out the iniquity of thy servants. Behold, we are my Lord's servants, both we and he, and also with whom the cup is found. That means that everything that prophesy, everything and every group of persons that you have gathered in your life to do evil and to do wrong, it will be found amongst them, the traitor. It will be found amongst them that you are a traitor. It will be found amongst them the injustices that you will also fall and be committed for as well. Now let it be prophesied as this. Y'all go around trying to gather hate, and it will be found amongst them that it was you as well. And you shall be at fault equally amongst those that you have gathered. Tell them to be quiet. And you shall beg and pray, and you shall cry out. Then Judah came unto him and said, O my Lord, let my servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my Lord's ears. Let not thy anger burst against thy servant, for thou art even as Pharaoh. You will recognize the strength and the power of the chosen, and you will beg for mercy. My Lord asked his servant, saying, Have ye a father or a brother? And we said unto him, We have a father, an old man, a child of his old age.